Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, glory due to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. To the Israelite foreigners that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, that have the appearance of the heathen nations, and to the very few sisters that listen and learn, to you, Shalom. For the new listeners, Yahweh is the only true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God or Jehovah. Yahweh Shai is the only true name of His Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Alright, I'm the brother Yasharala with Great Millstone, Chicago. And, this truth has hit the four corners of the earth. Alright, like it says in the Gospels, it says that this gospel shall be preached unto all nations, and then the end shall come. Alright, during the time of Yahweh Shai was the beginning of the end times. Okay, so you had recently the rapper by the name of Waka Flocka, which I only know a couple of his songs. I'm not really big on these rappers and knowing all their hits or whatever, but I believe it was the one of the Florida camps. He walked across the camp, and they had a little discussion, and ultimately, he bucked up against the truth, which goes to show you that this word is reaching the masses of the people. All right, because you have the question that was asked to him was, what is the mark of the beast, the MOTB? And he said the chips that get put in your body. So starting with the apostle Tahar on down, always pushing the MOTB, which is the radio frequency identification device, an implantable device that will be put inside of your body. He's been pushing that. Great Millstone's been pushing the MOTB as far as edifying videos to warn the people not to take it. But for him to acknowledge it, that goes to show you that this word, all right, is getting pushed out on the internet. Okay, and there's nothing you could do against the truth. There's nothing you could do against it before it. Because he scoffed at the end and said, have you visited 3 countries? Like, just because somebody hasn't visited 3 countries, what, that makes them less of a person? That makes them irrelevant? Okay? I visited more than 3 countries. A big deal, But he's been marked for judgment. All right, which I don't see guys like that repenting. Okay, I don't see guys like that. Like Yahweh Shai said, it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Guys like that, they're done. They're going to be fuel to the fire. All right, they're going to fall under the category of, like it says in Amos, it says how they wander to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it. All right, when those days come, when the famine of the word hits, You know, they're going to be, those guys in Florida were standing over here. Let's go look for them. And they're not going to be around. All right, it says the prudent shall be silent in those days because it is an evil time. Roughly paraphrasing, I believe it's Proverbs or Ecclesiastes. Okay. So look, there's no excuse. Yahushua said if he had not come, then you know they aren't gonna have an excuse for their sins. You know, he roughly paraphrasing, if I had not come, then they will have an excuse for their sins. But since I have came, they don't have no excuse. You know, we've been preaching, starting with the apostles, bishops, elders, on down of Great Millstone. We've been prophesying about Yahushua. The spirit of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy, which we're letting you guys know about the mark of the beast, the MOTB, about World War III, you know, things to come, Jacob's trouble, etc. So Great Millstone is in the spirit of Yahushua. All right, because we go into prophecy. All right, and hey, look, like it says in Ezekiel, the blood is off of our hands. Go warn the people. Give them warning of me. All right, that's what he told Ezekiel. Go give them warning of me. And then he said to warn the wicked of their wicked ways. You know, if we don't do that, then the blood is on our hand. You know, that's why we're warning the people, you know, mainly you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because we are the Israelites according to the scriptures, according to prophecy, according to the curses. All right, we are the God's chosen people. You know, so we, by doing these videos, by going out and teaching, by you know, us fellowshipping, studying, you know, we're warning you. We've been warning you people. And you know, this dude Waka Flocka, he's just one of many. All right, you had what's his name, Kodak Black. He said some shit like, I'm an Israelite, my diamonds is real. He said some shit like that. Who was the other dude? Kendrick Lamar said, I'm a Israelite, I'm not black no more, that's just the color, those ain't facts no more. He said something like that. So you have more than one rapper acknowledge, all right, that we are the Israelites. You know, they heard about us, they seen the videos. Okay, so this is nothing new. This ain't like we made this up and, you know, we invented this and we just, no. Okay, this is the same doctrine that Yahushua taught. Okay? But there will come a test to see who really is down with Yahweh Shem Yahushua or not. It's called the hour of temptation. Alright, which is gonna come upon everybody. Alright? Me, whoever's listening, all right, all the Israelite camps, all right, and even guys like this dude, this rapper, which you already know he's gonna take it because he doesn't want to give up his riches and his money, all right, based off of what we seen in the video. You got Mike Epps, all right, one of the we had a fallout here in Chicago who bumped into Mike Epps. I think like he told me he bumped into him like 2 times. All right, and he told him because everybody was getting on Mike Epps with the whole what's his name? That one comedian that got judged, Ricky something. They did a skit, you know. Drewski did a skit, you know, making fun of IUIC. No, so there's no excuse. All right, you've been warned. All right, and the whole Drewski thing, making fun of the Israelites. There's nothing you can do against the truth before. Like I said earlier, that just help forward our message to somebody who could be like, let me go see what this is about, and possibly may wake up from it. Like like Vocab Malone, he's been a little rat that pops up every here and there. You know how you'll just see a rat like just run across the street out of nowhere, or like you see a little rat in the alley just run underneath the dumpster really quick, like you see him, he's there and then he's gone. That's Vocab Malone. He did so many videos because these guys are irrelevant if it's not speaking about the Hebrew Israelites. Nobody's watching their videos unless they have something to do with Hebrew Israelites. There was a guy who came out on, I believe it was Apostle Aramlav's, one of his lives, said, I woke up to this truth through Vocab Malone. So, people are going to see the videos. Esau is going to dumb the numbers down, make it look like nobody's watching the videos, but people are watching. We know the wiles of the devil, his little trickery, things that he does to manipulate numbers and views. But nonetheless, hey, look, this gospel has been preached through the internet. Like Apostle Gabar, he always says the internet was created for us to push this gospel, and that's exactly what the men of the Lord been doing with it. Okay, so we don't got to be like Elder Bishop Nathaniel, and or I think he's a general now, whatever his title is. A general, Elder Bishop General Nathaniel from the IUIC. We don't got to jet set and go to Africa or jet set anywhere, because this internet does all the work for us. But nonetheless, this word has been pushed through the four corners of the earth through the internet. You can even look at your analytics on YouTube. It tells you, oh, somebody from the UK see my video. Oh, 1% in Africa see my video. Oh, another 1% in Australia viewed my video. It's like, damn, that's just, somebody from across the world came across my video. And I didn't have to go over there. Or the apostles or the bishops or elders on down. That's prophesying, all right, through the unicorn horn, the internet. All right, so this lets us know that, hey, people are waking up. Our labor is not in vain, and Yahweh Shai is coming soon, sooner than what we believe. All right. Something quick through the Spirit I wanted to touch on. Yahweh willing, this was edifying to those that were meant to be edified. All right. So next time, all praises, honor, and glory due once again to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Shalom till next time.